In today's video, I am doing a TBR video. Every time I pick up this book, I know I get yelled at through the screen to read it. Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a TBR video. Haven't done one of these in a very long time because I have been in the biggest slump that I have ever been in my whole entire life of reading. I will say I do feel like I'm still in a slump. I'm slowly trying to get out of it, but maybe having this TBR video and having a set TBR will get me out of this slump. I'm hoping, just because I've been reading really popular books that I thought I was gonna love, and all of them have been kind of mid to me, so I just want to read a good book again. That's literally all I want. I've read books that I'm like, okay, they're good, but it's not amazing, and that's literally all I want. So in today's video, we are going to be picking 6 books for my August TBR. I usually do pick 5, but I pick 5 because I have a goal of like wanting to complete the TBR. But honestly, at this point, I just want to read one book off the TBR. I want to have a plethora of options to pick from. So if I don't read all 6 books that I put on my TBR, that is fine to me. I just want to give myself the option to have options to choose from, because I used to read like probably 10 books a month, 8 books a month. Now I just read probably like 3. So this is just gonna give me an option of books to choose from off of a set TBR. Let's get into it. We are going to use my TBR prompts that I used at the beginning of this year. I'm so excited to be using these again. You guys do not understand. We're gonna pick our first TBR prompt for August. I'm so excited. This one says, most recent book on physical TBR. I actually know which one this is, which I'm so happy for because I do have plans to read this in August. I went to the bookstore, I think last Tuesday, to buy a book for my last video, the summer romance reads. And in that video, you guys will see I did also buy another book. And that was Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. This new release just came out last Tuesday, and of course I went the day of the release and bought the book because it's Jessa Hastings. I have to. This is about, I'm pretty sure it's 2 celebrities. He is in a rock band. She is like this actress, I'm pretty sure. Or she's famous, I don't really know. He doesn't fall and she doesn't chase. From the moment they meet, it's headfirst, reckless, and inevitable. Loving her makes Joel feel alive, but it also makes him feel trapped. Her star burns just as bright as his, and he doesn't know how to be with someone he can't control. The more he wants her, the more he resents her for it. And this just sounds like a push and pull romance, which, if you guys don't know, I love those because she is also the author of Magnolia Parks. And that's basically the same thing. It's very much push, pull, I love you, I hate you, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. She did say that this couple did remind her of Magnolia and BJ when she was writing it, and I was sold. I'm so excited for this. She said this is the perfect summer book. And August, I'm still considering it as summer. I still plan on reading the summer books in August because to me, it's still summer. It used to not be summer just because we used to go back to school in August, but I think now I'm still considering it summer until it gets to September, which is the fall time. But this is the first book on our TBR, so we're off to an amazing start. Next prompt that we're choosing, second prompt of August, is... this one says, a mystery or thriller. I actually have a few options for this. As you can see, this stack of books here, these are books that I want to read next, and we are still in July. We have about like a week left to be in July. So I want to pick from one of these books. So one of these is actually a mystery, I'm pretty sure, which it's As Good as Dead. This is the 3rd book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. 3rd and final book. So I would be super happy to finish this series, see what happens in the end. I've also been having an eye on Butcher and Blackbird. I just don't know what genre this is. It says it's fiction, but like there's serial killers and like, is it a thriller though? Like, I don't think it is. I don't think I could count this. This one doesn't really say either. Okay, yeah, I don't think Butcher and Blackbird counts because it has a romance in it. It's not really a mystery, not really a thriller. It's just 2 serial killers that are killing other serial killers, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think that one counts, but that one's definitely on my radar. But I think As Good as Dead is a good one to choose from because I have been wanting to read it. I've been wanting to complete the series, and I think it'll be a good time to read it. I've heard reading thrillers in the summer is so much fun. I've never done it, so maybe this will be the first time we do it. So second book added to the TBR is As Good as Dead. Okay, next prompt, the 3rd prompt for August is I don't know. I can't tell if this is upside down. Think will be a 5-star read. This one's hard because I haven't had a 5-star read at all this year. If I were to pick a book for this, it would be Time of Your Life, but we already picked that for a prompt. I'm gonna have to pick a new one. I'm trying to think of authors that I love, obviously, because if it's an author that I've already read, it's most likely I'm gonna rate it 5 stars. I know I definitely want to do a reread of People We Meet on Vacation. This could be a possible 5-star reread because when I read Beach Read the first time, I rated it 4 stars, and then when I reread it, I rated it 5 stars. So this is definitely a possibility. I'm honestly leaning towards this. I'm also thinking about Addicted After All. I will say I haven't rated a book in this series 5 stars yet. I've rated a lot of them 4 stars, 4.5. Anything over 4 stars, they've been rated. So I think a 5 stars in this series is coming. Is it going to be the next one though? I don't think so, because not that I don't enjoy Lily and Lo's stories. I do love them so much. I just don't think their book is going to be the one to give me that 5-star feeling. I think I definitely want to get to these books by the end of the year, but I don't know. I think for this prompt, I'm going to choose People We Meet on Vacation. I did plan on reading this anyway in August, but I wanted to reread it obviously because the movie's coming out in January, and Emily Henry, this is one of the first books I read by her, I think, and I think I also probably rated this like 4 or 4.5, and I just want to see what my thoughts are on it now that I've read all her books already. Yeah, I think this will be fun to read. This is about Poppy and Alex. They're best friends. I think like she's trying to help him kind of find someone. They go to a bunch of like vacation spots. I don't even remember what this book is really about. Every summer for a decade, they vacation together until 2 years ago something happened and they haven't spoken since. And then she is in a rut for something, and she decides to convince him to take one last vacation together, lay everything on the table, make everything, you know, good, and he agrees. She has a week to fix everything with him, and that's basically it. Yeah, I want to see how good this book is going to be, especially since the movie's going to come out. So yeah, this is going to be the 3rd book we're picking for this video. Next prompt is 4th prompt, 4th book for August. A book from last month's TBR. So, as you guys know, I haven't been doing these type of TBR videos. I've just kind of been making a TBR for myself. So I'm gonna get my book journal and we're gonna see what books I put on, I guess, July's TBR, since this is for August, and see what I have or have not read. So, we have to go to July. I have 7 Days in June, The Paradise Problem, The Friend Zone, The X-Files, Time of Your Life. Okay, so Time of Your Life is already on August TBR, so we can't count that one. The Paradise Problem I did already read. So what we have left is 7 Days in June, The Friend Zone, and The X-Files. This is hard because I do have The X-Files that I want to read very soon. I think I want to read it this month. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to pick this one, actually, because like I said, I've been in a slump and I want to change up the genres that I'm reading. Maybe I'm just sick of romance and I need something else. So I think the next book I might read is actually going to be Butcher and Blackbird. So I'm going to read it in July, and that'll probably be the last book I read in July. So I think this one will go over into August. And I'm really excited about this one. My favorite YouTuber, Sarah Crowley, she rated this book 5 stars. She loves this book so much. It's a second chance romance. They have to get back together for a wedding. They have like this mutual best friend that they need to kind of put the wedding together for that person, and everything's going wrong. They have to kind of fix everything going on in the wedding together. So it's bringing them closer. Second chance romances are just the best because you get to see them kind of having flashbacks on like why they used to love this person and how they still have love for that person. It's just amazing. But I've also heard that the setting in this book is so good, so I think this will be a perfect book to read in August because I feel like it's giving summer vibes still. So that's the 4th book added to the TBR. Next, we're picking our 5th prompt. This would usually be the last one we picked, but like I said, we are picking 6 for August. This one's kind of thick. I think it's upside down. This one says the highest rated book on your Goodreads TBR list. Let's go check. We're gonna go to my want to read, and then we're going to go here. We're gonna go to average rating, and the highest rated should be at the top. Wait, I'm confused why Time of Your Life is at the top if it says 3.78. Besides Time of Your Life, the book that is on there is the Mindfuck series, and I actually have this book. I wanted to wait until the fall time to read this, but since the TBR chose it, it's gonna have to go on the TBR. I really do not have high hopes to read this in August because it is very thick. And like I said, I'm in a slump. I don't think this is the book that's gonna be for me in August, but I think I definitely did want to read this in the fall time, so around November, October. I think that'll be so much fun. It's about a girl that is a serial killer. I think she kills bad people, but she's like a serial killer and they're trying to find out who the serial killer is. And the male main character is a police officer on her case. And then they form this like romance. She can't tell him who she is, obviously, and he's still trying to find out who she is. So yeah, I've heard that this is really, really good. Obviously, it's the highest rated on my want to read in Goodreads, so there has to be something about this book that is amazing. I have been really excited to read this. I don't know, I don't think August is going to be the time, but it's added to the TBR. Maybe I'll be like, hey, it's on my TBR, might as well just read it. It is 5 books in here. Maybe I'll get like this urge to just pick it up. Who knows? And the last TBR prompt that we are picking, let's see what it is. A book you wanted to read in 2024. Oh, it fell. I think you guys were able to read it. In 2024? That's weird. A book I wanted to read in 2024. So last year, there were a couple books that I wanted to read last year. If we're talking about the books that were on my 24 books to read in 2024, we have Binding 13. Every time I pick up this book, I know I get yelled at through the screen to read it. This is such a heavy series, and me being in a slump right now, it's not gonna work out, especially how thick these books are. It doesn't look that thick, but if you feel the pages, they're like paper, no, skinnier. They're like very thin, like they feel like air. Yeah, definitely not gonna pick this one up. The next book that was on my 24 books to read in 2024 that I didn't read was Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to pick this one just because I don't want to cheat, and those were the 2 books that I didn't read off of my 2024 TBR last year. This one I think is definitely higher on my radar to read this year than Binding 13. It's less of a commitment. There's only like 3 books out in the series. I'm gonna pick this one. This is another book that I was kind of wanting to wait until the fall time to read. Maybe I could start this book and then continue it the rest of the series in the fall time. Who knows? This is about a girl that gets into this world. She doesn't have any powers, and if they find out that she doesn't have powers, she could basically get killed. So she has to like live in this type of world acting like she does have the powers that everyone else does have. That's what I've understood from TikTok and everyone else that talks about it. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the play, while those born ordinary are just that. So she's basically an ordinary. No one knows this better than Peyton, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. She's thrown into the Purging Trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. So she's thrown into a trial. She has to act like she has these powers that she literally does not have. And I've heard amazing things about this first book, at least. I know the rest of the series, not everyone loves. Everyone definitely loves the first book more. I am excited about it. Who knows, maybe I'll, again, randomly decide to read this in August. But that is the last book added to my TBR. I am so excited. I love doing these videos. I think it honestly gets me more motivated to read, so maybe this will cure me from my slump. Just to remind you guys, the books that were added to my TBR for August were Time of Your Life, As Good as Dead, People We Meet on Vacation, The X-Vows, the Mindfuck series, and Powerless. So we have 6 books on the TBR. I can almost guarantee you I'm not going to read all of these because I usually don't. Well, I usually do read this many. Recently, I haven't been reading this many books, so can't promise I'm going to read all of them, but I think I could definitely promise I will read 1, maybe 2 from this list, and I'm so excited. It's definitely getting me excited to read these books, get into reading, love a book, maybe find a 5-star. Who knows? But that is the TBR for August. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching a TBR video again. I loved filming it. I had so much fun. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!